Am I audible?
Good morning, sir.
Okay. I hope it is audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Today we will be solving some problems on this signal design method. That is IRC method. Today we are going to solve. Okay. So everyone, I hope everyone are ready with your notes and calculators. I will share my screen. I hope the screen is visible, right? Is it visible?
No, sir.
It is not visible.
No, sir.
Now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So kindly note, we'll wait for another 2-3 minutes. Later on, we'll start with the problem. So we'll wait for another 2 or 3 minutes. Let them join, everyone. Is it audible, right?
Yes, sir.
So kindly note on the first problem in the IRC method. This is also very simple method, but it is little bit lengthy. IRC method. So kindly note down the first problem on IRC method. So a right angled intersection of two roads. Road 1 has 4 lanes with a total width 12 meter, and road 2 has a lane width of 6.6 with the 2 lanes. The volume of traffic approaching the intersection during design hour are 900 and 743 PCU per hour on the two approaches of road 1 and road 2. Design the traffic signal as per IRC guidelines. Design the traffic signal as per IRC guidelines. So kindly note down the first problem on IRC method. At a right angled intersection of two roads, road 1 has 4 lanes with a total width of 12 meter, and road 2 has a lane width of 6.6 meter. The volume of traffic approaching the intersection during design hour are 900 and 743 PCU per hour on the two approaches of road 1, and at 278 and 180 PCU per hour on two approaches of road 2. Design the signal timings as per IRC guidelines. Okay, don't get confused with the Webster's method and IRC method. Okay, in the Webster's method, the saturation value will be given. Okay, the saturation value and the last time, that is the all right time, will be given. But here in the IRC method, the all right time will not be given. Directly they will be giving the traffic count. Okay, so kindly note down. So kindly tell me when it is completed so that we can go for a solution part. So kindly note down. So kindly inform me when it is completed so that we will go for solution part. So this is also a simple method, but it looks lengthy. If you understand the concept behind this IRC method means it will be easy. So today in this class we will solve this IRC method and we will wind up the signal design method. So kindly note down. A right angled intersection of two roads. Road 1 has 4 lanes with a total width of 12 meter and road 2 has a lane width of 6.6 meter. The volume of traffic approaching the intersection during design hour are 900 and 743 on the two approaches of road 1, 278 and 180 PCU per hour on two approaches of road 2. Design the signal as per IRC guidelines. Okay, is it completed? Is it completed? Kindly respond. Is it completed?
No, sir.
Okay, make it fast. So it takes hardly around 30 minutes to solve this problem. It is little bit lengthy, but it is easy. So kindly make it fast. Over. Kindly respond. Completed.
Yes, sir.
Others completed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will go for solution. I hope the screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will solve step by step. What are the things we have to note down? First, they have given the right angled intersection. Okay. So right angled means first we will write the diagram. So right angled intersection means this is the right angled intersection. So this type of intersection we are going to call it as a right angled intersection. And this is called, I will write right angled intersection. So for this we have to design the traffic signal. For this we have to design the traffic signal. So what are all the things they are given? They have named roads, right? Okay, they have given the road names. So we will consider this as a road 1 and this as a road 2. And there will be 2 lane on each roads. Okay, there will be, you have to write the diagram like this only. Then this is road 1 and road 2. Now tell me, what is the width of the road they have given? Width of the road 1.
12 meters.
So it is a 12 meters they have given. What is the width of road 2?
6.60 meter.
6.60. 6.6 meter they have given. And now tell me, what is the volume of traffic approaching on road 1? There will be two directions, right? One will be on this direction and another will be on from this direction. What will be the traffic which is approaching? One is 900, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Another one
743.
743. Now, what is the traffic approaching the road 2? Road 2, so one will be moving here and another one will be coming from this end. What will be the traffic? One is a 278 PCU per hour and another one is 180 PCU per hour. So for this traffic, we have to calculate green time for road 1, green time for road 2, then red time we have to calculate and amber we have to calculate. But here amber is fixed as 2 seconds. Okay, here you make a note here. Amber is a sir. Amber is fixed as 2 seconds. Make a note of this one. So amber will be fixed for 2 seconds. Now, as we all know that when it is red in color, it will be green. Likewise, the same concept what we have adapted in the Webster's method, the same will be adapting here. So we will write the data what they have given. So we will write in terms of width of road 1. So which is equal to 12 meter. Then or we can 4 number of lanes will be there. Then 2 lanes in each direction. Okay, number of lanes is not required. Leave it. Then width of road 2. Width of road 2. They have given it as 6.6 meter. Then what is the approach volume on road 1? Approach volume on road 1. Approach volume on road 1. It is 90743 PCU per hour. Then approach volume on road 2. Approach volume on road 2. It is 278 and 180 PCU per hour. So in the exam or if anywhere if they ask you to design the signal timings by IRC means first write the diagram. Okay, if you write the diagram means they will get to know that they have understand the concept. Now assume, okay, make a statement here. Very important thing you have to assume pedestrian walking speed. Okay, pedestrian walking speed is equal to 1.2 meter per second. So this is the assumption you have to make. So the pedestrian walking speed is equal to 1.2 meter per second. Sir, that is for 1 second he can travel 1.2 meter. So pedestrian walking speed is equal to 1.2 meter per second. So kindly note down up to here. Now we will go for actual problem. Now design traffic. So design traffic on road 1 is equal to 900 divided by 2. So that will be 450 PCU per hour. So why? Because higher volume divided by 2. So remember, design traffic means the maximum traffic which is running on the road means the higher volume. We have to consider the higher volume. So in the road 1, we have got a higher volume of 900 PCU per hour. So 900 divided by 2. So we are going to get 450 PCU per hour. And since it is having 4 lanes, okay, that is 2 lanes on each road. You can make a note here. On each road and 1 lane on each road. So when it is having a 2 lanes means we have to divide it by 2. Then design traffic on road 2 is equal to, what is the maximum traffic in road 2? Maximum traffic in road 2.
278.
278. How many number of lanes are there in road 2? How many number? How many number are there?
1.
1. So, which is equal to 278 PCU per hour. So, this will be the design traffic we have to consider. That is, design traffic means the maximum number of vehicles on the road. That is 900. Since it is having a 2 lanes each, so we are dividing it by 2. Since in the road 2 it is having only 1 lane, so we will be dividing it by 1. Up to here, is it understood? Up to here, is it understood? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think everyone have written right this one. Have written this one? If you have written means we'll go for solution next part. Okay. I'll erase this one. Width of the road. So you have to assume pedestrian walking speed as 1.2 meter per second. Now, step 1. So, step 1. Pedestrian crossing time. Pedestrian crossing time. So, pedestrian crossing time, the step 1. Now, you can observe here. So, I will write first pedestrian green time for road 2. So, pedestrian green time for road 2 means you see here, observe carefully. Pedestrian green time for road 2 means when it will be green time for road 2? How much distance they have to travel for road 2? So they has to travel 12 meter. So 12 divided by 1.2 plus 7.0. Wait a minute. So note down pedestrian green time for road 2. Pedestrian green time for road 2. We have to consider 12 divided by 1.2 plus 7. 7, it is an empirical number which is specified by IRC. Now we are going to get it as 17 seconds. So remember, pedestrian has to travel 12 meter with a walking speed of 1.2 plus 7. Okay, 7 it is a time, walking time of the pedestrian to cross the road. That is the 7 seconds we are going to consider. Similarly, calculate for pedestrian green time for road 2. Road 1, green time for road 1. It is width of the road is 6.6 divided by 1.2 plus 7.0. So we are going to get 12.5 seconds. Is it understood why I have taken 12 divided by 1.2 plus 7? This 7 is an time required for the pedestrian to cross the road, and we know the distance. What is the distance traveled by the pedestrian? Then the speed of the walking speed of the pedestrian is also known. So we have got 17 seconds and 12.5 seconds. Is it clear? Can you respond? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next is step 2. Step 2. Minimum green time for traffic. Minimum green time for traffic. So minimum green time. So for road 2 we have already calculated. The pedestrian green time will be considered as the minimum green time. So make a note here. Minimum green time for vehicle on road 2 is equal to 17 seconds. But for road 1 it will be different. Minimum green time for vehicles on road 1, which is equal to, so we have to provide a minimum 17 seconds for both the roads. So we will be omitting this 12.5, only we are going to consider 17 seconds. So 17 into, what is the traffic, that is we have considered design traffic as 450 divided by 278. So calculate how much you are going to get. Calculate it how much you are going to get. Why you are dividing means, so we are fixing for 17 seconds. Okay, 17 seconds is the minimum green time for road 1 vehicles. That's why we are taking 17 seconds, and we are dividing it by the traffic vehicles. Okay, so we are going to get 27.5 seconds. Check it. Are you going to get 27.5 seconds?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this completes. So the green time for road 1 is 17 seconds. The green time for road 2 is 27.5 seconds. Okay. Is it clear? Understood?
Sir, explain once again, sir.
Okay. So here we have got 12.5 seconds and 17 seconds. Here what we are going to consider means, whatever the maximum green time we are going to provide for pedestrian, that will be considered as the green time for all the roads. Okay, all the roads, for all the approaches we are going to consider maximum green time. So for road 2 we have already got 17 seconds, so we will be leaving as it is, and you can write this one as 17 into 278 divided by 278 also. So volume on road 2 divided by volume on, that is volume on the road 2 divided by volume on road 2 we can consider. But here we have got 12.5 seconds for road 2. But we have to consider the traffic, whatever the traffic which is running on road 1. Road 1 traffic. Since we are calculating it for road 1, so we have to consider road 1 traffic. So this can be generally written as 17 into traffic on road divided by traffic on road 2. So why? Because we have taken 17 seconds as a reference. That's why in the numerator, in the denominator, we are going to consider the traffic of road 2. Is it clear? Understood this one? Why we have taken this 278 and 450? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the step 3. So we are going to revise the green time. So I'll erase the things. So kindly parallelly write whatever I will be writing on the whiteboard. So it will be helpful. Next is step 3. Step 3. Revised green time. So we are going to revise the green time. It is not sufficient. Whatever the things we are getting, it is not sufficient. So revised green time for traffic signal. So I will tell what are all the guidelines you have to follow for revised time. Now, what is the amber time we are going to consider? Amber seconds.
2 seconds.
2 seconds. So make a statement here. Add 2.0 seconds each towards clearance amber and 2.0 second for inter green period. So we have written the diagram, right? Phase diagram we have written, right? Yes or no? So this is red and this is green and this is yellow we have written. Again it is green, yellow and red. So clearance amber means green to, whenever it is going from green to red, that we are going to call it as a clearance amber. That is no vehicles will be moving on the road, that we are going to call it as clearance amber. Inter green means red to green, where you are going to get, that will be considered as the inter green period. So is it clear? What is this clearance amber and inter? So clearance amber means it is between green and red. Okay, it is between green and red. Intergreen period means red and green, that we are going to call it as intergreen period. Now, write it here. Total cycle time now. Total cycle time is equal to 2 plus, so for it is 17 plus 2, one part. Then another part is there, 2 plus 27.5 plus 2. So for road 1, road 2, we will be adding 2 seconds for clearance and 2 seconds for intergreen. And for road 1 also, we will be adding 2 seconds for intergreen and 2 seconds for clearance. Now tell me what is the total cycle time we are getting. What is the total cycle time? Add it and tell me what is the things. How much you are going to get? Kindly tell me how much you are going to get. Add it. Kindly respond, how much? Are we getting 52.5 seconds? Is it clear? This step is clear or not? Kindly respond. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay. Now we'll proceed for next step. So we have got the total signal timings. Now signal, make a statement here. Signal cycle time may be conveniently set in multiples of 5 seconds so that the total cycle time is equal to 55 seconds. So in the IRC method, if you are getting this decimals means round it to 55 seconds. That is, it should be a multiples of 5. The entire number should be a multiples of 5. Remember, the entire number should be a multiples of 5. That's why I am rounding it to 55 seconds. So the extra time what we have provided, we will check it. The extra time provided is equal to 55 minus 52.5. How much we have provided the extra time? How much we have provided? 2.5 seconds. So this 2.5 seconds will be added for green time of road 1 and green time of road 2. Now make a statement here. Add 1.5 seconds for green time of road 1. So G1 is equal to 27.5 plus 1.5, it is equal to 29. Equal to 29 seconds. So look here, we have got 2.5 seconds, right? Yes or no? In which road the traffic is more? In which road the traffic is more?
Road 1.
Road 1. That's why I am dividing the green time, that is the higher time for road 1 and lesser time for road 2. Or you can provide 1.25 seconds, 1.25 seconds also, but we will provide like this. So the road which is having highest traffic will be given a maximum portion of the extra time, and the other road will be given a minimum portion. Now add 1 second for green time of road 2. So G2 is equal to 17 plus 1 is equal to 18 seconds. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it understood or not? What we are writing? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Why we have taken? Because here it should be a multiples of 5. It should be a whole number with multiples of 5. So we are rounded to 55 seconds. So extra time, whatever the things we are going to get, that will be apportionate between green time of road 1 and green time of road 2. This completes the step 3. Then comes the step 4. So take the heading as step 4. Check for clearing the vehicles. Okay, I will erase the things. Take the heading. Step 4. Check for clearing of vehicles. Check for clearing the vehicles arrived during the green phase. Now, what is the traffic which is coming on road 1? Traffic. There is a design traffic. Design traffic on road 1. Vehicle approaching or vehicle arriving. Okay. Vehicle arrival per lane per cycle of road 1. Okay. What is the design traffic on road 1? In the starting only we have written, right? What is the design traffic on road 1? Design traffic of road 1. 450 divided by 5. So 8.2 PCU per cycle. So vehicle arrival per lane per cycle means the design traffic divided by the total signal time we are going to consider. So we are going to get 8.2 PCU per cycle. Then minimum green time. Minimum green time for clearing vehicles on road road 2 on road 1. Okay, this is very important. So 6, this is the standard formula we are going to consider. Plus 1 into 2 so road 1 it is 6, the width of the road plus 8.2 minus 1 into 2, so we are going to get 20.4 seconds, which is less than 29 seconds. So therefore it is accepted. So I'll explain the step, listen carefully. So the vehicle arrival per lane per cycle of road 1 is 8.2. That is whatever the design traffic we are getting for road 1 divided by the total signal time we are going to divide. Then the minimum green time for clearing the vehicles on road 1. So we have got 12-meter lane width. So in that 6 meter we are going to consider. So 6 plus 8.2, that is the vehicle arrival, minus 1 into 2. Why? Because there will be two-way movement of traffic will be there. That's why we are going to consider 2. So we are going to get 20.4 seconds, and we have got the green time as 29 seconds. That's why it is less than 29 seconds. Therefore, it is accepted. Similarly, calculate for vehicle arrival for road 2. Arrival per lane per cycle of row 2. So 278 divided by 55. How much we are going to get? Check it. 5.1 PCU per cycle. Then similarly calculate minimum green time. Minimum green time for clearing vehicles on road 2 is equal to, here also it is 6 plus 5.1 minus 1 into 2. This 6 is constant. Okay, this 6 is constant. So we are going to get 14.2 seconds, which is less than 18 seconds. Therefore, it is accepted. So remember the vehicle arrival pattern. Okay. So whatever the traffic, design traffic we have considered divided by the total signal time, we are going to get in terms of 5.1 PCU per cycle. That is when in one cycle we can move 5 vehicles, 5 PCU in one cycle. Then minimum green time 6 plus 5.1 minus 1 into 2. So this is constant. For all the problems you assume 6 as constant. So 6 plus 5.1, whatever the thing we are going to get here, minus 1 into 2. So we will get 14.2, which is less than the green time of road 2. So hence it is accepted. So is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll go for step 5. It looks lengthy, the problem looks lengthy, but it is easy when you understand carefully. Step 5.
Sir, go slowly, sir. We didn't copy.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, copy. I'll make it back. Okay, copy. Copy it. Completed? Completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Step 5. Now the step 5 is determining, that is Webster's method, checking the signal timings by Webster's method. So check for optimum signal cycle by Webster's equation. Now make a note here. So these are all the assumptions what we are going to make in this IRC method. Last time per cycle is equal to amber time, that is the yellow time, plus intergreen time, that is also yellow time, intergreen time, plus time lost for initial delay. Time lost for initial delay. So it is a 2 plus 2 plus 4 into 2. So you will get 12 seconds. So time lost for initial delay, we are going to consider 4 seconds. This is also assumptions. So you have to assume that time lasts for initial delay. What happens means in the signal you will be standing. So whenever it indicates green time means there will be some delay in the movement of the vehicle. That's why that delay we are going to call it as initial delay, and we are going to consider it as 4 seconds. Then now saturation flow on road 1 is equal to of width 6 meter. It is 525 into 6. So 3150 PCU per hour. So remember, when the width of the road is 6 meter, the saturation flow you are going to consider 525 into 6. Okay, this is constant. Okay, this is constant, that is 525 into 6. Okay, this is constant. I have shared some values in the uploaded notes in the MS Teams for different variance width of the road. The saturation flow is given. Okay, so for 6 meter it is 525 into 6 we are going to get. Then similarly for road 2 saturation flow on flow on road 2 of width 3.3 meter. For 3 meter width, it is 1850 we have to consider plus 0.3. It is 40. This is also constant. 40 into these things 1874 PCU per hour. So for 3 meter width, we have to assume the saturation flow for 1874 PCU. For 0.3, how much we are going to calculate it? The same. For 3 meter, we have got 1874. For 0.3, how much we have calculated? So that is 1874. Okay. Now note down. So Y1 is equal to Q1 by S1. Y2 is equal to Q2 by S2. Q1 is 900. Saturation flow on road 1 is 3150. Y2 Q2 is 278. 1874. So here Q1 is maximum flow we are going to consider. Maximum flow we are going to consider on road 1. Q2 is the maximum flow on road 2 we are going to consider. Now check it how much you are going to get. 900 by 3150.
0.28.
0.28. Okay. Now from now onwards it is Webster's method. You have to tell me and I will write it. Okay. 0.28. Then Y2.
0.14.
0.14. Now calculate Y. Y is equal to Y1 plus Y2. So 0.28 plus 0.14. How much you are going to get? How much we are going to get?
.42.
0.42. Now optimum signal cycle is equal to, that is C0 is equal to 1.5 L plus 5 divided by 1 minus Y. So 1.5 L, we know that it is 16 seconds. Going to 16 plus 5 divided by 1 minus 0.42. Check it how much? How much you are going to get? (51.2 seconds). So we'll round it to 52 seconds. What is the signal timings we have designed as per IRC method? So the cycle time as per IRC is 55 seconds. which is greater than 52 seconds. Therefore, it is acceptable. Okay, therefore it is acceptable. Now we have to write the tabular column here for road green phase, amber, red cycle time for road 1, for road 2. So we have got the green phase for road 1. Road 1, it is how much we have got? Green phase for road 1. Check it. So 29 seconds. For road second, it is 18. Amber, we have got 2 seconds each. So 2 here, 2. The total cycle timings is 55. So the remaining, whatever the remaining is there, deduct 55 minus 29. So plus 2, that is intergreen period. Plus 2 you have to write. 55 minus 29 minus 2. How much you are going to get? Check it. So the signal timings, we have already written that 55 seconds. So how much we are going to get? 55 minus 29 minus 2.
24.
24. Okay, that will be the red time. Here 55. Check it. We should get 22 here.
22, sir.
22 or 20? 22. Yes, it is 22. How much here? 55 minus 18 minus 2. How much we are going to get? This completes the problem. And write the phase diagram. Phase diagram. I hope everyone know how to write the phase diagram. That is green time we have to take 29 seconds and red time we have to consider 24 seconds. 24. Red time we have to consider 24 seconds.
Sir, for road to red is 35, no, sir.
35. Red is 35 seconds. But while writing the phase diagram, if you consider one road and if you write the phase diagram means it's enough. Okay. That is for road 1 it is 29 seconds green time. Write the phase diagram. Okay. This completes the problem on this IRC method. Usually this IRC method will not be given in the question paper. So don't neglect also. It will be easy. It is easy method, but it looks little bit lengthy. It looks lengthy, but it is easy.
Sir, explain once again red time, sir.
Red time. How to get this red time? We know the green time, right? Already we have calculated from IRC method, right? Yes or no?
Sir.
Okay. Now I will tell how to calculate this one. So we have already known green time of road 1 is 29 seconds and the amber we have already known that 2. One is a clearance amber we have given. Clearance amber, that is 2. Then one more amber we have given, that is 2 seconds for intergreen. Intergreen, that is from green to red. In between green to red there will be one yellow phase will be there, that is called as intergreen. It will be consider it for the red only, red cycle, red timings only. Now we have got cycle timings also, right? cycle timings as 55 seconds. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the total cycle time? It is a green time plus amber time plus A1, that is A2 plus R. This is A1 and this is A2. So A2 plus R we require. C0 we have already known 55. Then green time for road 1 it is 29 seconds. Amber time clearance is 2 seconds. And this one A2 2 plus R. Only we require this 2 plus R. This is called as the red time. Red is equal to both intergreen plus red, we are going to call it as red time. Okay. Now we know 55 minus 29 minus 2 is equal to 2 plus R. So calculate, these two will be same, but we need this R value. Deduct all this value, whatever the value you are going to get, check it. 55 minus 29. I'll see. 55 minus 29 minus 2 minus 2. You can take
22.
these two also.
22.
You can take these two also here is equal to R. How much you are going to get? Minus 2. It is
22.
R is equal to 22. The same thing I have written here. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubts other than this? While writing the phase diagram, you can refer the road 1 diagram and you can write, or you can write for the road 2 diagram also. I hope it is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So from Monday's class, we'll start with solving the problems on fourth module. That is accident problems are there. Those are also very simple. I'll tell you the fourth module is the very easiest module and you can score full 20 marks in the fourth module. That is 20 marks you can score full marks in fourth module. That is in the fourth module, accident problems are there. They will give all the data. Only one formula is there. Simply inputting into that formula and getting the value. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Shall we wind up now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll stop here. I hope everyone have did your internals right. Is it easy or difficult? What about your internals?
It was easy, sir.
Easy. What about the problems?
Easy, sir.
Easy. Okay. So in the exam also you may get similar type of problems or similar type of questions in the exam also. So by today or tomorrow I'm going to upload the important questions which may come in this one. In the main exam, I'm going to upload the model questions. That is whatever the possible questions you may get in the traffic engineering subject. Okay. So I hope everything is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will meet on Monday. So thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
If you have any doubts with the problems, means you can contact me at any time. Okay. If you have any problems related with the problem, that is the doubts related with the problems, you can contact me at any time. I will be available and we will be solving the problem. Okay. Thank you. You can leave.